Hi, my name's Mike Caminiti, and I'm from Bristol, Connecticut. I own a 1960 Mazda Miata. I think it's one of the most reliable cars on the road. I drove a 1990 for 17 years.
You said 1960 Miata.
Oh, I did, 1990. That's good. Listen, let's change it.
It's not chilly in here. What is up, guys? Welcome to another episode of The Slip Angle. So in the first 3 episodes of the Miata Shootout series, we tested 3 highly tuned Miatas. So this week, we're gonna bring you a stock Miata to see how it compares.
So before we get into showing some of the other cars that we tested that are non-Miata, we're gonna continue the Ultimate Miata Shootout series just so we can bring it all and wrap it all up. For this episode, we tested a 1996 bone stock 1.8. Almost bone stock. It's got a catback exhaust and an intake, but let's face it, that doesn't really do anything, so we're not gonna count it. It's stock enough, but we're gonna get it out on track and just kind of show you the differences of what a stock car can do versus the very highly tuned examples that we tested in the previous episodes.
Enjoy.
Hi, my name's Mike Caminiti. I'm from Bristol, Connecticut. I've been driving Miatas now for 19 years. I had a 1990. I started off with a 1990, and now I ended up with this after I got hit with my other one. But I put over 200,000 on the last Miata. This one here so far, 30,000, and I love the car. It's fun to drive, very dependable. It's got high ratings for everything that's, in the Consumer Reports book. That's how I got involved in these Miatas. I did a study on the cars to buy for the money I had, and I'm glad I did. Now I'll probably stick with this Miata or maybe get another one in the future, but this is the only car I want to drive right now. So that's about it.
I'm not even gonna wear a seatbelt for this thing. Cowboy, living on the edge. I like this horn. Oh, it's hot today. All right, let's see what we got here. Massive roll immediately apparent. Oh my word. Man, it's been a long time since I've driven a stock Miata. Massive tires are rolling over, suspension's rolling over. Good suspension travel, handles bumps really well. Here for a lap time. Oh, it's so funny. I'll tell you what though, I bet you back in 1991, or I should say 1990, when the NA Miata was first introduced to the US, this was probably a riot to drive. Total momentum car. Smooth inputs. Pitching the nose in on brakes. This thing is just like so docile. Right to the edge of the track. Again, just like really trying to be gentle with my inputs to keep momentum up. Alright, that's it for this. Let's see if we can even hoon it. Just getting a lot of understeer. We can actually hoon it a little. Gotta use those brakes and momentum to get it sliding. This is great. This is the best car I've ever driven. Oh, so stock Miata, man. It's so funny driving one of these. I haven't, like, after being in such high level of tuned Miatas, this car is like on a different, like just a complete different level. It's so funny. What a riot. I can't even believe it actually like can achieve slip angle like that on stock power. Oh, it's so fun. But other than that, like, for being as old as it is and being like completely stock, it really like kind of holds it on. I guess this is why people fall in love with these, right? I forget that I once had a stock Miata and I fell in love with it for the same reason. So that's just what it is. It's good stuff.
So here we are in our stock NA chassis Mazda Miata on some general Ultimaxes, I think. Wow, we got some body roll here. Unclear to me whether this car is going to dip. It's kind of unclear to me whether this car is going to need a dip, honestly, with the power that's putting down. She's pretty soft. A lot of body roll. Little understeer. Spongy brakes, but then you can tell there's some inherent goodness to the Mazda Miata chassis. You get no ABS on these cars, so we're at impending lockup on deceleration. Ooh, a little oversteer. Recording data. We're going to do some time lapse with this little car and see if this little thing can do us proud. A lot of kind of wallowiness, a lot of kind of porpoising through corners. But you can tell with some suspension tuning, a little stiffer suspension, some real tires. There's some goodness underneath all this. It's interesting being in a car around this track. You can kind of flat foot these corners just to the boards, try and get it to just make some power, get some yaw out of it. They're a soulful little thing. You really know, when you drive one, you really can see why people like this chassis and why people gravitate toward these as a performance platform. They're pretty dynamically balanced even from the factory. You know, there's like you're able to get some power oversteer out of the car. Which using the word power when you're driving this car seems like blasphemy, but it's on throttle. You can get this car to rotate. Try a little different line up the hill so I can retain some momentum. Oh yeah, a little bit of rotation. For a car, for someone to learn how to drive an FR performance platform, for a first car, you can see why people gravitate toward these. And why they're the most campaigned sports car in the world. Just a fun little platform, fun place to be, and good times. I think the general Ultimaxes are not really doing us justice. I think this car would be much better on a little different tire. It's really strange. It's a car that's so down on power. You're like mid-corner, and you're just able to just floor it and have it like really not misbehave. A little rotation on it. It's actually pretty balanced. It really is. All right, I'm gonna do a pull down here. And by cool down, I'm gonna try and get to rotate up the hill. No, there's not enough power. Sure, you can drift the stock Miata. All right, so now we're gonna really cool down. Thanks, guys. I hope you enjoyed this little car as much as I did. There's just no question why people like these cars. They're pleasant. They're fun. They're pretty harmless. You can really drive it, 12 tenths and still have it be a pretty safe experience, especially if you got a little bit of skill and some runoff.
The Mazda Miata has been the only car that I have ever truly enjoyed driving. I can't quite explain it, but the driving experience is just remarkable. It's a car that never goes out of style. It's a true sports car, easy to drive, easy to maintain, and I will always have one in my life.
Does this look like the type of driving that you want to do?
Well, Lime Rock Park's Summer Autocross Series is the perfect venue. It's an extremely technical track that suits drivers of all skill levels. It's a full arrive and drive event. There's professional instruction available to anyone at no additional cost. and it's the perfect place to explore your car's limits as well as your own.
For more information, click the link in the description below.
I don't even want to be on YouTube. I don't want to be out to the world. I don't want.
So this is your 5 minutes of fame.
I don't want to be famed.
You are.
I don't want to be famous.
Women are going to be throwing their panties at you when you're walking down the street. You're not going to be able to go out in public anymore. Oh, there's that Mike Caminiti.
Go in my car.
They're going to be like, there's Mike Caminiti. He drives a Miata.
Caminiti.
Take my panties and then take me.